Hello, my name is Julia and I am representative of company in Estonia OÜ. I would like to provide an overview of requirements for people from abroad who wish to incorporate a company and obtain a crypto license in Estonia. Rahapesu Andmebüroo, or RAB, is division of Estonian Police Department and is responsible for fighting against the money laundering and financing of terrorism. RAB issues licenses to Estonian companies engaged in crypto activity. Due to the great interest in the licenses among non-residents of Estonia, the number of licenses has increased significantly and approached 2,000. To ensure compliance with the requirements and to lower the risk of fraud, the RAB has tightened the regulations for applying companies as well as for companies with already existing license. On 10th of March 2020, RAB amended the licensing law, and those amendments entered into force on 1st of July. In the near future, the control and issuance of crypto licenses for companies is planned to be transferred to the Estonian Ministry of Finance. To apply for a crypto license, it will be necessary to establish a company in Estonia. The company must have paid share capital of 12,000 euros and the physical office of the company must be located in Estonia. Company's office must correspond to the company's activity. In order to check the documentation, the office can be visited by the regulator at any time. Director of the company should be an Estonian citizen and must be located in Estonia. It is necessary to have a person in Estonia responsible for KYC and AML. As soon as your company meets all the requirements, it will be possible to apply for crypto license. Our company has extensive experience in obtaining crypto licenses and is ready to accompany you throughout the entire licensing process. We will help in establishment of a company that meets requirements of the regulator. We can assist with the procedural rules, risk assessment, and will prepare AML KYC documents. We can also help in finding an Estonian director for your company and train him for AML KYC requirements and law. Chosen director will only be a member of your company and will represent it in communication with the RAB. We can also select an office that fully meets the requirements of your company. In addition, we will help with opening a bank account for depositing the share capital. Company in Estonia OÜ will keep you informed of all the latest changes in Estonian legislation and will always be happy to answer your questions. It is necessary to understand that the crypto license is issued for a specific project with a specific beneficiary owner, director, and the KYC AML officer. The identity and experience of all the participants is carefully checked during the licensing process. The procedural rules, risk assessment documentation, AML KYC documents are also carefully checked. If a company with a crypto license changes the owner, director, or KYC AML officer, then the regulator will study the project again. There is a great risk that the license will be revoked, since it was issued for a different project. The time for checking new participants in the company and the project itself takes 2 months and is absolutely identical to the time for obtaining a license for a new company. It should be noted that the license is suspended during the time of the check. Most common problem is the cancellation of licenses in companies that have changed their UBO, director, or KYC AML officer. Also, the common problem is that the company's director or KYC AML officer is not competent to perform the job assigned to him and has no idea about the law. Many companies lost their licenses due to lack of contributed share capital or problems with a physical office. Legal companies offer their clients ready-made solutions, mainly a company with already obtained crypto license. Usually, Service providers are keeping silent about the problems that may arise in the process of changing owners or other members. I believe that it is not a secret for you that obtaining a license by a lawyer, Estonian citizen, is much simpler process than obtaining a license for a company owned by non-resident. After the company transfers to a new owner, the licensing process essentially starts from the beginning. The next common problem is a nominee KYC AML officer who has no idea about the law or about the real activity of the company. Law firms offer the services of a nominee KYC AML officer or a local director to many companies at the same time, thereby jeopardizing the licenses and reputation of all their clients. Based on information that we have, over 300 companies have lost their licenses due to such scams. Before starting the licensing process, you must understand that fast and cheap solutions are excluded. And by agreeing to them, you take full responsibility for loss of your time and money. Opening a bank account for the high-risk company that specializes in crypto activity is complicated and requires special attention. Based on our knowledge, none of Estonian banks work with high-risk business, and it is impossible to buy a company with already opened bank account. Our company has partners, banks throughout Europe who are ready to work with crypto-related companies. We will be happy to accompany our clients in opening bank account for their businesses. I hope that before making the final decision, you will have enough information to make the right choice and ensure successful business in Estonia.